Got the pinion shaft gear and the pinion spacer, pinion shim in here. Here we are. Let's get these parts out. Basket out. Pretty clean to me. Take them over to the sink and wash them off. Nice shiny shim. Gear looks really good. There's a little bit of stuff still down in there. Marking compound. I don't know why it didn't come out. Maybe I should have left it in there a little longer. No, that's clean enough for now. So we're gonna need pinion, right? Shim goes right on top. Now, need the big inside bearing, which I also ran through the ultrasonic cleaner, dried it well, gave it a nice coat of oil, and that needs to be pressed on. So to do that, I'm going to press the pinion into the bearing. I may have to bring the table up. Yeah, I'm going to bring the table up. A little short for it. These plates are pushing on the race, so it should be a fairly solid surface to push the bearing against. There we go. That's all the way. There you go. Looks good. So I found these are the inside races of the outside bearings, and they are just big enough stacked to push the depth with that being flat. So let me stack it up here and show you what I'm talking about. with the bearing on top. Then get this over it. Pinion through it. Yep, this is gonna be tricky. I can't do this and shoot it. I'll be back. Alright, here we go. I got the two inside races from the big outside bushings sitting on top of one another, small diameter in the middle. That gives me a good amount of pushing space against this bushing bearing. Now I'm gonna try to set this over it. I'm knocking everything over. Keep the hole straight. Alright, that looks pretty good. And we got a picture here of whoa, gotta knock it over. Anyway, that's kind of the idea. There we go, there's a good shot. Now I'm going to put the pinion, set the light down, drop the pinion with the spacer. Don't forget to put the spacer on the side where you drop it in there. Alright. Give it some light. I can feel it right at the edge. So I'm going to use a socket. I need to move the whole thing over underneath the press. There we go. Alright, press time. I'll figure out how I'm gonna, I guess I can put the light in. Picture there. Get it down, get it tight. Alright, that should hold it still. Let's check the bottom. Bottom looks good. There it went. Bearings right down at the edge of the race. So a better shot of it. Alright. You can kind of see right there. But the top one actually barely, it sits just inside of where the race starts, and then the bearing's like right around here. So let's take it out, see what it looks like. pinion pressed in, and pinion flange on, and the other video footage. So now I need to put the carrier in here and try and see if I can get a backlash reading first to see if the backlash is okay. Then we'll use marking compound again, check the gear mesh. So I'm going to use the same shims that I had in here before. I've mic'd them and got measurements on these. The pinion needed to go down towards the back of the case, so I took off 11 millimeters off of the messed up shim that had the scarring on it. I just scuffed that off, buffed it up, polished it, and that's been pressed together. So we'll put the carrier in, put the caps on, we'll set the preload on the pinion. I have put no seals in this yet. This is the other case. This is not the one that was all rusted. This is the other one. So I've got to actually pop these seals out and put new ones in. I'll do those later. But we've got to get the preload set on the companion flange first once the carrier's in, and then I can check backlash, because that will pull the pinion just a little bit. It could potentially move it a couple of hundredths of a millimeter, which will be enough to change the gear alignment. So let's get started on that. Alright, so shims, I've got 295 and 311. This was originally 315, but I shaved off 0.04, trying on the original setup to get it to move over just a little bit to clear the pinion just enough to shift the backlash to make it a little bit looser. But since I went down on the pinion, I'm gonna have to go over this way to get the mesh correct. So I'm gonna swap these and put the 311 on the right and put the thinner 295 on the left and see how that works out. On this to hold it. Same problem I had last time. And I have a tripod standing in my way. The leg's sitting right here in front of me. Around. I don't know if that's good or bad. Play, you know. The bearings are the same size, so it had to be machined to the same diameter for the bore. So let me put one of these caps on here to keep this in. I'm hoping that's because it's not all the way down. Should not be that loose. So that means with this case, I'm gonna have to flip those shims. Yeah, that's not gonna work. If that doesn't work and it doesn't take some of this backlash out, I'm gonna have to press everything back out and get a thicker pinion shim. hear the rollers in there because I don't have any fluid. Now for the fun part. Well, worth a try. $100.7. Try this. It's hard for me to see it. Zero it. Alright, that looks like zero, right? I think it's zero. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Four. I'm gonna call it 4. That's 0.10. It's like 10.5, I believe, hundredths. 10 point something, 10.2, 10.4, which should be fine as is. I think that'll work. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 to 5. Oh, that's because it's moved. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I'm good with that. That's fine. It's not too loose, just tight enough. Preload on this should be 3 to 4 pounds. I doubt that's what's in there now, but we'll see. 5. That's as low as it'll go. I don't even think it's going to register on here. It's not. I mean, that's 4 right there. You know what? I'm going to crank it down a little bit more anyway. That's a class 12.9 shoulder bolt, by the way. 100 foot-pounds. Slide it down a little bit so I got some arm room. $110. Won't go any higher than that. That's feeling better. Alright, let's go back. Let's go up to 5. Let's see if this starts to register on it. Nope. But I can tell. just from turning it. It's about 3. I'm not going to make it any heavier than that. This thing is spinning too easily. How can I block that thing up? Alright, it's not moving now. Still running about 4 thousandths, which is fine. Now for the last test, I need it to turn. I can't see what I'm doing. Let me roll it forward. Okay. Run it through again. The contact is still on, I call it heel. The book calls this, because it's the ring, this is toe, this is heel. It's on the bottom, about this far up is where the contact is. Before it was down here, so it looks like I'm gonna have to shave more off the pinion shim. You can see the remainder here where you've got some of it that was on the pinion just touching. It's about halfway up and needs to contact the whole thing. So yeah, that's where we'll go with it. Stay tuned.